In every corner of America, the call resonates, a return to prosperity, strength, and unity. Picture a nation standing tall once again under the leadership of Donald Trump. Envisage a future where economic growth is not a dream, but a reality. A time where American values are championed, and our sports, a celebration of unity. The stage is set for 2024, the year of resurgence, a Trump re-election, an echo of resilience. Welcome to Top Thangs. Today we will review in-depth analysis of the potential for a Trump re-election in 2024. As we explore the unique blend of political resurgence, economic grievances, and societal fears that underpin Trump's campaign, we'll examine the multifaceted aspects of his bid for the presidency amidst unprecedented legal challenges. The case for a Trump re-election 2024. The prospect of Donald Trump's re-election in 2024 presents a scenario rich with political intrigue, societal division, and unprecedented legal challenges. Despite facing multiple criminal charges and being twice impeached, Trump's grip on the Republican base remains strong, and his political comeback is underpinned by a series of factors that could potentially sway the electorate in his favor. Political resurgence and Republican dominance. Donald Trump's political resurgence is remarkable, leading the Republican presidential nomination by a significant margin. His early victory in Iowa and the withdrawal of key rivals underscore his unchallenged position within the party. This dominance is not just a testament to his enduring appeal among Republican voters, but also highlights the strategic groundwork laid by his campaign for a 2024 run. Economic grievances and voter sentiment. The economic landscape serves as a critical battleground for the 2024 election. Despite the Biden administration's claims of a strong economy, marked by low unemployment and reducing inflation, a significant portion of the electorate remains disillusioned. Voters' concerns about affordability and the pace of wage growth relative to living costs form a core part of Trump's appeal. His ability to connect with these economic grievances despite offering vague policy proposals positions him as the perceived better steward of the economy in the eyes of many voters. Cultural and societal fears. Trump's rhetorical strategy effectively taps into the fears and anxieties of a segment of the American populace wary of rapid cultural and demographic changes. His messaging, which oscillates between highlighting real and perceived threats, resonates with voters concerned about crime, immigration, and the erosion of traditional American values. This approach, which frames him as both an outsider and a protector, continues to be a potent tool in mobilizing his base. Legal challenges and electoral viability. The legal challenges facing Trump are unparalleled for a presidential candidate. However, the U.S. Constitution allows him to run regardless of criminal convictions, presenting scenarios where his candidacy could proceed despite legal entanglements. This situation poses unique challenges for both Trump's campaign strategy and the broader electoral process, raising questions about the impact of his trials on his ability to campaign and the potential for him to run even from a jail cell. Interim Conclusion. The analysis thus far underscores the multifaceted nature of Trump's 2024 re-election bid. His political resilience, combined with his ability to connect with key voter segments over economic and cultural issues, sets the stage for a contentious electoral battle. Simultaneously, the unprecedented legal challenges he faces add a layer of complexity to his candidacy, with potential implications for the Republican Party and the American electoral system as a whole. The opposition's dilemma. The Democratic Party and other opposition groups face a unique challenge in countering Trump's 2024 bid. The opposition's strategy must navigate a complex landscape of addressing Trump's legal controversies, his economic policies, and the cultural fears he amplifies. A key aspect of their approach involves articulating a vision that transcends mere anti-Trump sentiment, offering concrete policy alternatives that address the core issues of economic security, social cohesion, and national identity. The effectiveness of this strategy will be critical in mobilizing a diverse electorate against Trump's consolidation of his base. Media dynamics and public perception. The role of media in shaping public perception cannot be overstated in the context of Trump's re-election campaign. Trump's adept use of social media and traditional media platforms to communicate directly with his base, coupled with his portrayal as a victim of political persecution, has proven effective in maintaining his political relevance. The media's coverage of his legal battles, policy positions, and public statements will play a significant role in influencing voter sentiment, making media strategy a pivotal aspect of the electoral battle on both sides. Pathways to victory. For Trump to secure re-election, several key factors must align. These include solidifying his base through appeals to economic nationalism and cultural conservatism, navigating the legal challenges without significant erosion of support, and exploiting divisions within the opposition. Moreover, Trump's campaign must effectively counter narratives that question his fitness for office, while emphasizing his administration's achievements and future policy goals. Engaging moderate Republicans and independents, particularly those disillusioned with the current administration's handling of economic and foreign policy issues, will be crucial. Implications for American democracy. The prospect of a Trump re-election carries profound implications for the American political landscape and the principles of democracy. It raises questions about the resilience of democratic institutions, the integrity of the electoral process, and the polarization of the American public. Regardless of the election's outcome, the 2024 presidential race is set to be a referendum on America's political identity, its values, and its future direction. Legal battles and electoral viability. Donald Trump's re-election bid is marked by unprecedented legal challenges that could significantly impact his electoral viability. Currently, the issue of whether Trump's candidacy can be barred under the 14th Amendment is before the U.S. Supreme Court. States like Colorado and Maine have removed Trump's name from their primary ballots, citing the insurrection clause related to his alleged role in the Capitol riot. Despite these legal hurdles, Trump's supporters remain steadfast, with many indicating they would still vote for him even if he were convicted of a crime. Moreover, Trump's legal team has filed multiple motions to delay or dismiss the criminal cases against him, potentially postponing any trial proceedings until after the election. However, even if Trump were to be convicted before November, there are mechanisms in place such as appeals and bond pending appeal that could delay any potential imprisonment, allowing him to continue campaigning. Campaign strategy and electoral dynamics. Trump's campaign strategy for the 2024 election revolves around capitalizing on voter discontent and fear, particularly regarding economic issues and cultural shifts. Despite facing legal challenges and controversies, Trump maintains a strong lead in the Republican presidential nomination race. His ability to connect with voters on issues such as affordability, immigration, and crime resonates with a significant portion of the electorate. Additionally, Trump benefits from a lack of confidence in President Biden's economic policies and a perception that the Biden administration has failed to deliver tangible improvements to voters' lives. While Trump's inflammatory rhetoric and legal troubles may deter some moderate Republicans and independent voters, his core base remains loyal, positioning him as a formidable contender for the presidency. Unwavering support despite legal controversies. Donald Trump's potential for a 2024 re-election appears undiminished by legal controversies, with significant support from Republican voters and a lead in polls, particularly in Texas. A recent poll by the University of Houston indicates Trump's commanding lead over his primary challenger, and a large margin of preference over President Joe Biden among likely voters in Texas. This support is despite the legal battles Trump faces, suggesting his political base's loyalty remains strong. The resilience in Trump's campaign is partly attributed to his portrayal as a victim of political persecution, which has rallied his supporters around him even more. Legal developments and strategy. Trump's legal entanglements have become a central theme of his campaign strategy. With his election subversion trial likely to be delayed, Trump benefits from the legal system's slow processes, potentially avoiding charges if re-elected. This situation has led to a complex dynamic where his legal challenges may simultaneously pose risks to and bolster his campaign by rallying his base against perceived political persecution. The recent ruling by a federal appeals court against Trump's immunity claim marks a significant development, emphasizing the principle that former presidents are not above the law. This decision, which Trump has vowed to appeal, underscores the unprecedented nature of his candidacy and the legal hurdles he faces. Political resilience and strategy amidst controversy. Trump's strategy of tapping into Americans' dissatisfaction with the political system by portraying himself as an outsider remains effective. His messages resonate with voters who feel aggrieved by the establishment, despite criticisms of authoritarian tendencies in his statements. The energy and enthusiasm Trump has shown on the campaign trail in 2023, particularly at rallies, highlight his enduring appeal. His ability to frame legal indictments as evidence of a witch hunt against him has only solidified his support base, turning potential liabilities into strengths. This dynamic illustrates the depth of polarization in American politics and Trump's skill in leveraging it to his advantage. Conclusion. The case for Donald Trump's re-election in 2024 is bolstered by unwavering support from his base, strategic manipulation of legal battles, and effective communication of his outsider status. These elements combine to create a potent political force despite the numerous challenges and controversies he faces. As the election approaches, these dynamics will play a crucial role in shaping the narrative and outcome of Trump's bid for a second term in office. Latest developments, political resurgence and Republican dominance. Donald Trump has demonstrated remarkable political resilience, leading the Republican presidential nomination by a significant margin. His lead in the polls and early victories in the nominating states, such as Iowa, where he secured a resounding win, underscore his unchallenged position within the party. The withdrawal of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis from the race further solidifies Trump's dominance, leaving former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, as a key rival. Economic grievances and voter sentiment. Despite the Biden administration's positive portrayal of the economic situation, with claims of low unemployment and reducing inflation, a considerable segment of the electorate remains disillusioned. Voters are particularly concerned about the affordability of essential goods and services, and opinion polls indicate a preference for Republicans as better stewards of the economy. Trump's ability to resonate with these economic grievances despite offering vague policy proposals remains a significant factor. Cultural and societal fears. Trump has adeptly tapped into the fears and anxieties of many Americans regarding rapid cultural and demographic changes, positioning himself as both an outsider and a protector. His rhetoric, which addresses concerns over crime and immigration, continues to mobilize his base effectively. Legal challenges and electoral viability. The legal challenges Trump faces are unparalleled for a presidential candidate, with multiple criminal trials that could complicate his re-election bid. However, the U.S. Constitution allows him to run regardless of criminal convictions, raising scenarios where his candidacy could proceed despite legal entanglements. These situations pose unique challenges for both Trump's campaign strategy and the broader electoral process, media dynamics and public perception. Trump's use of social media and traditional media platforms to communicate directly with his base, coupled with his portrayal as a victim of political persecution, has been effective in maintaining his political relevance. The media's coverage of his legal battles, policy positions, and public statements will significantly influence voter sentiment. Implications for American democracy. The prospect of Trump's re-election carries profound implications for the American political landscape and the principles of democracy. It raises questions about the resilience of democratic institutions, the integrity of the electoral process, and the polarization of the American public. Conclusion. The dynamics of Trump's 2024 re-election bid encapsulate a confluence of political, economic, and social factors that define the contemporary American political landscape. His campaign strategy, rooted in economic populism, cultural conservatism, and a confrontational style of politics, speaks to a broad swath of the American electorate, highlighting the nation's deep divisions and challenges. The case for a Trump re-election in 2024 encapsulates a confluence of political, economic, and social dynamics that define the contemporary American political landscape. Trump's campaign strategy, rooted in economic populism, cultural conservatism, and a confrontational style of politics, speaks to a broad swath of the American electorate. Yet it also highlights the deep divisions and challenges facing the nation. As the election approaches, the American public is tasked with making a choice that will shape the country's future and the legacy of its democratic institutions. In crafting this analysis, insights from authoritative sources such as Reuters and Al Jazeera have been instrumental in understanding the complex factors at play in Trump's 2024 re-election bid. The narrative that emerges is one of a nation at a crossroads, reflecting on its past achievements and future aspirations in the global political arena. The analysis presents a nuanced view of the factors influencing Trump's potential re-election, highlighting the intricate balance between political strategy and societal trends. How do Trump's economic policies and cultural rhetoric resonate with his base, and what does this say about the current state of American politics? Considering the legal challenges Trump faces, what are the potential implications for his campaign and the Republican Party? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. As we conclude our exploration of the prospects for a Trump re-election in 2024, It's clear that his candidacy represents a pivotal moment in American politics, reflecting deep divisions and raising critical questions about the future direction of American democracy. What are your thoughts on the potential impact of a Trump re-election? Share your views in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful political analysis. Thank you for watching Top Thangs. Sources: Reuters. Yes, Trump can win the 2024 election. Here are 4 reasons why. www.reuters.com. Politico. Trump's election subversion trial will likely be delayed for months. Yahoo News. 2024 election. Trump leads Biden in potential head-to-head matchup in Texas, poll shows. Al Jazeera. How will Donald Trump's criminal trials affect his re-election bid? www.aljazeera.com. Reuters. Trump's sweeping immunity claim rejected by U.S. Appeals Court. Al Jazeera. Donald Trump stumbled in 2022. How is he leading the 2024 race?